Hi guys, I'm Phil Snowden, the fat loss and performance coach here at Meta Evolution Gym in Chatham. How you doing? Back for another video on calories versus portion sizes. Now, thanks to the help of MyFitnessPal, more people are becoming more concerned about their calories, and lots of personal trainers out there are shouting about the calories and how many they should be consuming, creating a calorie deficit, getting away with whatever you want to eat, but as long as you count in calories. And it seems to be doing a big circle in the industry, because back in the day it wasn't about that, it was a little bit more holistic, but it's coming back round. And it's all to do with the law of thermodynamics. I'm not going to go into a physics lesson, but it is essentially about calories in and out. Now, one of the most important things to remember about calories is not every calorie is a calorie, and I know that doesn't make much sense, but how a food is produced, how it's grown, what's been grown in, what it's been fed, how it's been transported, how it's been prepared, how it's been cooked, will all change the energy produced from that food, i.e. the calories. So kind of any stuff that we're seeing on the MyFitnessPal might not be that accurate, okay? It may not be specific to that food that we're eating at that particular time. So that's one thing to kind of consider. The other thing with the calorie counting is it can become quite obsessive, okay? And it doesn't need to be the case. So I'm kind of down with looking at your portion sizes, particularly when we're looking for fat loss. Yeah, we can go on to calorie counting when we're looking at like minimum body fat, if we're looking at more sports performance, but if we're looking for general weight loss, I just think we need to concentrate on our portion sizes. That's my personal opinion, obviously. So there's a certain way that we use here at the studio, a way of sort of counting your portion sizes, and we have two different ways for the boys and the girls, but essentially we use our hand here as a portion controller, okay? So I'm going to quickly run through this table for the girls and for the boys, how to appropriately gather the right portion sizes for yourself per meal, okay? So for the girls then, for proteins, okay, we're looking at about a palm size, okay, a piece of protein per meal, and we're looking at that being derived from something that has had eyes, okay? So think about predominantly animal proteins here, okay? Not excluding the vegetarians or the vegans on this video, but we're just kind of looking at the animal stuff for the time being, okay? So we're looking at more palm size there of protein, all right, for the girls. On average, we want to be looking at about a fist size, okay, of vegetables for the ladies, but I wouldn't have a go at it if you're going to put two in there. In fact, I'd encourage you to get at least two fist sizes of above ground leafy type vegetables. Then we kind of start looking at our starchy carbs here. Then I would recommend about a cup size, okay, or maybe even half of that, depending on how aggressive you want to go into the fat loss. And for your fats, about a thumb size, okay? So if you imagine that as probably maybe 4 nuts or something like that, as opposed to like half a bag, just because they're healthy, all right? So you can see that you're still actually going to get quite a bit of food on your portion, on your plate there. So you're not going to go without, and you're not going to starve, and you're not missing out any of your essential food groups either. For the boys, it's pretty much double that, okay? So you're looking for 2 palms of protein from something that's derived from eyes. We're looking at about 2 fist sizes of veg, loads of fibre, okay, it's going to keep us bulked up and full up as well, full of vitamins and nutrients as well. For our starchy carbs, we're looking at about a cupped handful, maybe 2, depending on how aggressive you want to go for your fat loss, and also depending on how much you're training as well. And then we're looking at about 2 to 3 thumb sizes worth of fats as well, okay? So it's just a rough guide, guys. It's not going to completely work for everyone, okay? It's not a one-size-fits-all diet approach by any means. It's just a little guide, okay? This is the kind of stuff that you want to be looking at your plate. Now, that's all great and dandy, but essentially it's got to start somewhere, okay? And this is where we're looking at our priority pyramid, okay? So whether you're thinking about calories or portion sizes, the biggest priority for me, okay, starts with the habit change and accountability, okay? You've got to get yourself right. You've got to get yourself squared away. You've got to understand that you're in a position to change, okay? Once you start changing that, then you can look at habits, okay? Introducing new habits, even if it's walking to work, you know, packing lunch, drinking more water, just starting with the small things and get someone to watch you. So if you are using MyFitnessPal, all right, it's good if you're kind of tracking it yourself. It makes you more aware, but if someone's on your case, then you know you're going to be definitely getting results, okay? The next thing you want to be kind of looking at then is that calorie balance. If you're looking for fat loss, then you do need to create a deficit, okay? About 2 pounds fat is equal to about 3,500 calories, okay? So that's worth bearing in mind. Then we do need to look at our quality, and that's very important as well, okay? Really want to get the best food in our body, the best fuel, okay, for our engine, so to speak. And with that, then that's when we can start looking at our macros or our macronutrients, okay? Then we can start looking at timings, whether it's pre or post training, whether to increase or decrease your fats accordingly. Not much, not a lot of research behind proof behind that either. Really, it doesn't matter when you're getting your macronutrients in during the day for general weight loss. It's not going to affect performance too much, or fat loss even. And then supplements right here at the top. Again, I've kind of wrote in there under supervision. So if you're kind of seeing a nutritionist or dietitian, okay, or a holistic health practitioner might be able to help you, or functional medicine practitioner instead, okay. But essentially, if you think about the quality of your foods, okay, and getting the right amounts in, then you don't need to necessarily supplement. It's quite a political one beyond the scope of this video, but you know, generally speaking, you don't really need to supplement, okay. So I hope that helps out, guys, okay? You have the power in your hands to control your portion sizes and effectively control your calories, because if you're reducing your portion sizes, you're reducing your calories pretty much, all right? Keep it real, guys. Speak to you soon.